Ya Naivasha katika kaunti ya Nakuru ambapo kongamano la sayansi kuhusu wanyamapori linalojumuisha uvumbuzi katika sayansi ya wanyamapori limeng'oa nanga hii leo mjini Naivasha. Mkuu wa utumishi wa umma nchini Felix Koskei alikifungua rasmi. Mwandishi wetu yupo ange eneo hilo, atakuwa anatupasha mengi zaidi. Kwa mukhtasari ni yepi ambayo yanaendelea. Willy Dennis Njiru, kama unanipata kwa njia iliyo safi zaidi, tujuza kwa kina.
Naam, asante sana mwenzangu Paul Kirobi, bila shaka mbashara kutoka hoteli moja hapa kumradhi mjini Naivasha ambapo kongamano hilo limeng'oa nanga. Itakumbukwa kwamba wanyama hawazungumzi, na ijapo walizungumza basi imenukuliwa kwenye Biblia ambapo mnyama aliweza kuzungumza akimwelekezea mwingine. Lakini yote tisa, vigogo wa taasisi hizi za utafiti wameweza kujumuika hapa ili kuweza kutathmini hali ni ipi ya siku za baadaye za wanyama pori, ikizingatiwa kwamba kumekuwa na upanda shuka ya wanyama hawa, kukiwa na idadi kubwa tu ambayo imeweza kupotea, wakisema kwamba wanyama 911 wameweza kuuawa kutokana na mizozo baina ya watu na wanyama. Tumebahatika kujumuika naye mkurugenzi mkuu wa taasisi ya mjini Naivasha, atueleze, ajitambulishe jina lake na utueleze ni kwa sababu gani tuko hapa. Kiongozi, unaweza tumia tu lugha ya Kiingereza, najua inakufaa zaidi.
Yeah.
Ama Kiswahili tu.
Dr. Patrick Omondi, the Director and CEO of the Wildlife Research and Training Institute. We've been gathered here for the second International Wildlife Scientific Conference, a global conference that brings in scientists across the world to communicate cutting-edge research to inform management and policy, to address issues of human-wildlife conflict, issues of climate change, and issues of connectivity, and so that our national parks, our county reserves and community conservancies can be managed based on science. So we are excited. We have registered over 400 people, practitioners, global scientists, national scientists, and we are excited that the head of public service opened this conference this morning, and there is more focus to utilize research to address issues of human-wildlife coexistence, address impact of climate change, including the rising water levels that are rampant now in Rift Valley lakes.
Talking of the human-wildlife conflict, the figures are quite disturbing. We have seen over 200 deaths, and we need 1.2 billion shillings for compensation. And we have seen cases like close to 26 cases, human-wildlife conflict in just 2 years.
Yes, there are cases of human-wildlife conflict because we have had a challenge of land use planning. And I think the government has made a deliberate effort to do that planning by setting up community conservancies, so that conservancies can be seen as alternative land use. If we plan better, that areas where we have wildlife, we limit agriculture and get benefit from that wildlife as a land use, then we'll reduce the cases of either the animals dying because they are retaliation, or people being killed by wildlife if we do proper land use planning. I think the Kenya Wildlife Service and the DGs here, they are doing all that they can to manage the conflict. And there are a lot of interventions that are doing. And as much as animals have been lost, people have been lost, I think we have a strategy. And I think we are getting scientific work here that will inform better decisions moving forward.
Asante. Let me just have him for a moment. Kiongozi, karibu sana. Jitambulishe kwa wale ambao hakutambui na utueleze. Tuna takwimu hapa ambazo zinasikitisha kwamba wanadamu na wanyamapori hawezi ishi pamoja licha Mwenyezi Mungu alituweka tukaweze kufurahia mandhari haya.
Thank you very much. My name is Professor Erastus Kanga. I am the Director General, Kenya Wildlife Service, and for a start is to inform the public that the Kenya Wildlife Service has been given responsibility to take care of over 20% of this country's landmass. We have 23 national parks, we have 33 national reserves, we have 8 sanctuaries, and we have over 250 community and private conservancies. The formal protected areas, that is parks and reserves, they cover 8.2% of this country, while the community and private conservancies cover 12%. That is a huge landmass that is dedicated by this country to one land use, wildlife conservation. And by virtue of that dedication, our wildlife numbers have been growing. And we practice a system whereby we don't have any fences. We call it open ecosystems, whereby animals and people are able to interact and be able to use the same spaces. And that is the start of conflicts that we've been seeing, and we are now promoting coexistence. Why we are doing this is the realization that wildlife is a key pillar, the key supporter of the tourism industry in this country. And the tourism industry is bringing in more than 10% of the GDP. So I can collectively be able to say that for every 100 shillings that you have in your pocket, 10 shillings is because of wildlife, because wildlife is a anchor to tourism. Then again, the tourism sector is again employing more than 1.2 million Kenyans and supporting a lot of livelihood. So it is in our interest, and it's in the interest of this country, and that is why the agenda of wildlife is very well anchored in the Kenya Kwanza administration. It is part of the plan that we have to promote coexistence so that we can nurture tourism, we can provide jobs, we can support livelihoods.
I'm told we have to cross over to JKIA. Our team is coming back. We are spending 1.2 billion shillings for compensation.
That is only for 2 years. That is only, those are only 255 people that died out of a human-wildlife conflict. We are spending more than 4-5 billion every 2 years or so for human wildlife compensation.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much sir kwa muda wako. Naam, Kirobi, maswala ni kama hayo tu. Nitakurejeshea majembe ili ukaweze kuelekea upande wa pili wa angatua ya hapa nchini ili tukaweze kuona ni yapi yanaendelea kule. Tumegundua kwamba wale wanariadha wetu wametufanya vyema sana hapa. Ni hayo tu kwa sasa kutoka upande wa Naivasha. Katika taarifa zetu za baadaye tutakuwa tukiangazia swala hili kwa mapana na marefu. Kwako Paul Kirobi.
Naam, asante sana Willy Dennis Njiru ukiwa maeneo ya Naivasha kwa kutupasha kwa kina zaidi kuhusiana na kile ambacho kinaendelea katika maeneo hayo. Kwingineko